my opinion, growing in your faith means to get closer to God, learn more about the Bible, then share that knowledge about the Bible, along with your relationships within your church, with other fellow Christians, or with atheists, so you give them a chance to learn more about the amazing book that you know about. In my opinion, growing in your faith isn't just one thing, it's loads of little things.
I used to think that growing in faith was about propositions, following the rules and doctrines and knowledge, I guess, really. But I've come to believe that it's more about trust and about love and how we live into that with God and with others.
The Bible makes it clear that faith and works are two sides of the same coin. And I think growing in faith means that increasingly you are taking what you know and believe about God and your felt experience of God, and you're carrying them into your day-to-day life so that they actually affect how you handle different situations that you encounter. And so your faith is becoming a practical thing as well as a theoretical thing.
I think for me, a big part of me realising I was growing in faith was just like enjoying more about God and stuff. Like I was enjoying going to church. I was looking forward to spending that time, and I started praying every night, which is something I hadn't done before. And I think I just found it useful to be able to, even in the day in like more difficult situations, just knowing that I could pray, and it sort of came to mind a lot quicker than it may have done more when I was younger. Just that enjoyment and praying a lot more and stuff that I didn't do showed that I was growing in faith.
I think that people can tell what I believe by the way I behave, how I treat other people, how I spend my money. If that's obvious, then I'm growing in my faith. I'm becoming more faithful to Jesus.
It's important to grow in faith so that I really get into the depths of what God has done for me in Jesus Christ, and so that I can serve him better. If I understand more how to trust him, then perhaps I am better able to point others to see what he has done or can do or is longing to do for them.
Faith isn't just about practicing church on a Sunday. For faith to properly grow, you need to learn to apply it on a daily basis in every aspect of your life. Because the more you do that, the more you find your life being gradually transformed. And that changes not just you, but it changes people around you. And that's why growth of faith is so powerful.
It's important to me to grow in faith, because if my faith isn't growing, it's just static or even worse, shrinking. And as I grow in faith, my faith becomes more resilient and I get closer and closer to the version of myself that God created me to be.
My childhood trauma has been the major obstacle during my adulthood. I don't know how to love and to feel beloved. Faith grows in self-care and self-love. It transforms pain into strength. I'm trying to practice what I have learned from gospel during my daily life. When I start to say thank you to more and more people around me, I know Christ is within me.
In church, and like when I'm reading the Bible and praying and being around people who know about God and learning about him.
I used to work as a teacher with teenagers who couldn't go to mainstream schools for one reason or other. There were times when this work was really, really difficult, and I remember on the way to work a few times just praying, saying, God, if you don't help me today, if you don't help me act and react in the right way, if you don't help me see these kids the way you do, I'm not going to make it through the day. And those times were really tough. But I did grow a lot through that. And the students noticed that they were treated with kindness and dignity. And my colleagues also noticed how important my faith was to me in helping me to be effective in that work.